Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Alan Wake. We're still searching for our wife. Last episode we woke up in a crashed car and now we're being chased by Stucky through the forest. We're heading towards this source of light. We keep finding manuscript pages to a... Oh, batteries. Take those. We keep finding manuscript pages to a book. Ouch. That we don't remember writing. Ow, what? These guys are going to give me a... Ouch. Get out of here. Keep finding pages to a book that I don't remember writing, so they kind of give us glimpses into what's going to happen. We're safe in the light, so we need to just carry on, heading towards this, heading towards the light. Oh, and I love the enemies in this, how they spawn in behind you. Makes you feel like you're running from a slasher. Oh, it's everywhere. So I picked up a manuscript page that said I was being chased through the woods by a murderer. Alright, here's another page. What is that going to tell us?
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman. Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
I'll take that. Flare gun. Let's bring up my shotty first.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help, but I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she
probably should lock you up, Alan. You've killed multiple people. Oh, this is that TV that he...
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs.
Night Springs. This is like a Twilight.
Suicide. If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, 2 new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this
Oh no, his
thing
machine stopped.
did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality. Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris and the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps.
Oh, these shows are so good. It's like a Twilight Zone.
Unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. Night Springs.
Amazing. Alright, it's giving us... There is just a box of ammo. We've got 16 batteries. I think we're good. Oh, Stucky!
It requires patience. The engine.
Ow! Whoa, there's a lot of them around here. Let's get that out of here.
Is it easy?
Get out of here, Stucky.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come, assuming I'd reached the lights of the gas station alive. I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I
Yep.
first arrived with Alice.
I remember it too.
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
Oh no, what does this say? Learn to not pick them
I
up.
sat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Oh, that's so brutal. The unknown evil.
The Deer
That's
Fest
the...
had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
What?
The
Yeah,
garage was a mess.
The
It
unknown
looked like
evil
someone
is
had
always
trashed
the
place,
scariest.
Or that there'd been some kind of fight.
All right. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I
What?
don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Yes, Alan. I think you are losing your mind.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake. But listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
What?
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head.
Why is
Are
her
you
tie
okay?
tucked into her pants?
We'll figure this out. please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay?
All right.
Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
What?
Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
Episode 2. Taken. Remedy really do make some great story-driven games.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up. Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
Okay, let's go and find the
I guess
kitchen.
you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Boop.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks.
I didn't even do anything.
I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow. Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
No, can't go
On
through that way.
occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
So, wait. That door? That's hilarious. Oh no, it's probably a cupboard closet. That door just goes to nowhere. Oh! Pick up manuscript page. Let's read that.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it.
So Remedy
I
actually...
can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
That sounds very Max Payne-y. And yeah, I didn't know, but I've just finished watching a podcast on... Is that a real... Ooh. Okay, so I'll leave that here. You scan that. You can scan that QR code, and it takes you to a YouTube thing. So you can do that if you want. That's cool. So yeah.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last
I don't think you're going to have a choice.
time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
Shit.
Alan!
I'm coming.
Alan! Please check the fuse box!
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry!
So, yeah. Remedy actually
Honey,
helped...
It's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Hi, okay.
You
or
okay?
made the first Max Payne.
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
Yeah, let's break out those candles.
I know,
So that
it's
book
stupid.
really sounded like
It's
a Max
just-
Payne.
Especially
So
when
cool.
I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
The magic clicker. Beautiful home.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I feel great.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been
This
through quite a
camera's really
shock.
janky.
You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
I think it's because I got a concussion.
Well then,
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc
Excellent.
Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Thank you.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
The one that hasn't been
How
there
did you
for...
end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight.
Mr. Wake, can I help
Don't
you
do
with
nothing
anything?
stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Even me.
I wasn't drunk then.
I wasn't drunk then.
I think you were. Oh, Megan just got a page. Oh, Alright, I'll grab that.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power. The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left." The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Oh, so we need to head up to Lover's
Alice's
Peak.
driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Marvelous, sir. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my!
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
Barry.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Bye, Rose.
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Well, guys, I reckon we're going to leave this episode here. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me today. I really appreciate it. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next installment of Alan Wake. Catch you next time. Ciao.